We're in the Las Vegas airport. I'm boarding a plane momentarily to fly home to Boston. It's like a 4.5-hour flight. Guarantee we're gonna hit some turbulence. I'm gonna take you on this plane and walk you step by step how you can use some simple tools to beat your fear of flying once and for all. All right, step number one, and you have to do this before you get on the plane. You have to come up with an anchor thought. Here's how you do it. I want you to think about where you're flying to. Now, ask yourself, what are you really excited to do once you get there? That thing that you're excited to do, that is your anchor thought. So in my case, I'm flying from Las Vegas from a speech home to Boston, Massachusetts. My anchor thought is going to be walking in the front door and seeing my dog Amigo and how excited I am going to feel when I finally get home from this business trip. So before I get on the plane, I have an anchor thought, which is what I'm excited to do when I get home to Boston. And then when we get on the plane, I'm gonna explain to you how the anchor thoughts works and how you're gonna use it to fight your fear of flying. All right, let's go. As you get closer to the airplane, you might start to feel nervous. This is where the anchor thought comes in. Start thinking about how excited you are to get to the place that you're going and be visualizing very specifically what it's going to feel like, in my case, to walk in the front door, see the dog, finally be home. You're going to use your anchor thought.
Coming off? Yes. Actually, they're...
You're going to use your anchor thought to stabilize your thoughts and not let worry hijack you, and that's going to keep your body stabilized and your physiology won't start getting all jacked up. So again, I keep thinking about walking in the front door and seeing Amigo. So when I used to be afraid of flying, the second that I got on the plane and I started to buckle in, I immediately started feeling really trapped. And this is why it's so important for you to practice this idea of the anchor thought, because what the anchor thought does is it basically anchors your mind on something super positive that's related to the flight that you're on. And by anchoring your mind on thoughts that are really positive, you have the ability to stabilize your body. And so as you're sitting in the seat, go back to your anchor thought and think about how excited you are to get to where you're going. You know, we're flying to Boston today, and there may be turbulence, there may be weird noises, there may be things that make me nervous. But if I always come back to the anchor thought as we're flying, and my anchor thought being walking in the front door, seeing Amigo, what's amazing is you have the ability to trick your brain, because by thinking about Amigo and walking in the front door, my mind gets tricked because it goes, oh, wait a minute, Mel's not worried about flying. She's actually just excited to get home. And so you use your anchor thought literally before you get on the plane, as you're getting on the plane, as you're sitting on the plane, and certainly through takeoff, through turbulence, you're gonna keep coming back to it. And what your mind does is your mind basically says, holy cow, if Mel actually walks in the front door of her house and sees the dog, the flight made it. So there's nothing to worry about. Again, that's why it's so important to pick the thought related to the flight, to pick it before you get on, and to keep coming back to it, because your mind will start defaulting to, well, there's nothing to worry about because she's gonna see her dog tonight, so of course the plane makes it. Number 2, you have to be on the alert for your mind hijacking you. Now, the pilot just came on the air and welcomed everyone on, and then said, you know, the faster we get on board, the faster we can make it to Long Beach. And the whole plane just went to Long Beach, because of course we're going to Boston. Now, what's interesting is if you're somebody that's afraid of flying, you will look for every single reason to justify being nervous. And so if you're somebody that's afraid of flying and the pilot says we're going to Long Beach by mistake, which is probably where they came from, instead of Boston, which is where we're going, your mind, if you're not in control of it, will go, oh my God, he said Long Beach. Holy cow, this is a sign that the plane's gonna go down. This is a warning that I need to get off right now. This is a sign from God that telling me that the plane's not gonna make it to Boston. Oh my God, oh my God. And within 10 seconds, you've just lost control of your thinking. And so be very mindful when you're on the plane, when you get triggered, and it could be something as subtle as a pilot misspeaking the destination, It could be turbulence. It could be a loud noise. It could be a passenger that's wigging you out. But you got to be mindful of how quickly your brain will hijack you and will make you think crazy stuff. The fact that he mistakenly said we're going to Long Beach instead of Boston has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And the fact that I know that I'm going to be going in my front door and hugging my dog Amigo tonight means that intellectually I'm aware that this plane actually makes it to Boston. So there is absolutely nothing to be worried about. So really pay attention to how many things trigger you that don't need to trigger you, and fight to keep control of what you're thinking about, which is actually making it to the destination and doing something really exciting once you get there. Number 3, remember everything is a good sign, not a bad one, a good sign, because it means you're one step closer to getting to where you're going and doing the thing that excites you. In my case, hugging my dog and finally being home. Whether it's the door closing on the airplane, you're not trapped in like some sort of death tube. You're actually going home and you're going to see somebody that you love. Or whether it's the gate pulling away. That's good news. It's not bad news. You're not trapped. You're actually one step closer to getting home and doing something that you're excited about. So remember, everything that happens is a really good sign because you're closer to doing the thing that excites you and getting where you're going.
Yes.
See, that's a good sign. We're one step closer. We can't get to Boston and hug my dog without the door closing. And we can't get to Boston and hug Amigo without us pulling away from the gate. Bye, Vegas. Hello, Boston and Amigo. All right, number 4, make sure that before you get on the plane, you set yourself up for success by either creating a playlist of songs that you love or get something ready that you can watch. This is where I catch up on Stranger Things. And the reason why this is important is because if you're busy watching TV or listening to music that you love, the sounds are not going to freak you out. And so between tuning into something that you really love, whether it's a television show like Stranger Things or a playlist that you love to listen to, you're going to distract your mind and you're also going to tune out the noises that might otherwise trigger you. And heck, I mean, why not listen to something that you love? After all, you're going to make it and you're going to do something exciting that you, once you get there, so you might as well set yourself up to sit back and relax and actually enjoy yourself. And number 5, of course, you want to use the 5-second rule. So the second your thoughts drift, I mean, this is a 4.5-hour flight, so chances are we're going to hit turbulence. We're getting little bumps right now. Chances are there'll be a sound that I don't like. When my thoughts drift to something scary or nervous, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got to count backwards to interrupt your habit of being afraid of flying and your habit of being worried. And you're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop in the anchor thought. Mine, of course, is walking in the front door, giving my dog a hug, seeing my husband, being home, and then tell yourself, I'm so excited to get to Boston, or I'm so excited to get where I'm going. And that's it. That's the 5 steps to actually curing your fear of flying. They sound stupid. They're extremely simple. They're backed by science. They are proven to work. They've worked for me. They've worked for thousands of people around the world, and they will work for you. This is the part of takeoff that used to scare me to death. I actually love it now because when you have the music, I think the reason why it scared me to death is number 1, it's so loud. And number 2, this is like, there's no getting off at this point, right? Like I can't have a panic attack and make the plane turn around. We are going. But the thing for me that I've retrained myself to think is this is the most exciting part because I'm on my way to going somewhere that I'm really excited about. I'm going to see my dog and I'm going to see my family. I'm going to be home. And so it's super cool. Now, in just a second, you're about to hear a sound when we go from taking off to the airplane leveling out. And that part, that would send me into overdrive when I used to be really afraid of flying. And it's that we've gotten up and then the plane sort of levels off. Here it goes. That sound used to make me go, not anymore, because I know that it's coming. And it's a sign that I'm one step closer to actually getting to Boston, and I'm so excited to get home. So again, use the music, use the anchor thought, and when you stabilize your thoughts and redirect your mind to something positive, then your body doesn't get all agitated and you actually don't start panicking. It sounds really stupid, but it works like a charm. Oh, and here comes the bumps, and here comes the turn. And that used to send me into overdrive too. Like the second we did one of these, I used to think I'm about to fall out of the sky. Nope, I'm one step closer to getting to Boston, and I'm so excited to get home. And we got to make the turn in order to get to Boston. And that makes me excited because I'm so excited to get off the road and get home. And that's it. I actually love this part. So I get to see all this cool stuff. Now we're going to level out. Here we go. And then you know what the really great part is? When the bell goes off and the folks that are working on the plane get up out of their jump seats, because that means that the captains have said that it's safe to get up and move about the cabin. And now you know it's smooth sailing. So regardless of what happens, it's a good sign. Always go to your anchor thought. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, tell yourself, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited to get home. Here's another tip. Always expect turbulence. Always. I mean, you're in a metal tube flying at 400 plus miles per hour through the sky at 30,000 feet. So when the turbulence hits, expect it. If you start to worry, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to cut off the worry and awaken this part of your brain. Think about your anchor thought, which in my mind is, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get home. I'm so excited to be with my family. And what's going to happen is your mind is literally going to get tricked, and you're going to be thinking, wow, Mel's excited to get home. She's not nervous about the fact that the plane is bouncing. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can remember that there are plenty of times that you're driving your car and the car bounces, particularly when I think about driving on the northern roads in Michigan or up north in Vermont. The car bounces all the time and I don't freak out. So there's no need to freak out here either. So expect turbulence. If you start to feel yourself getting worried, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to cut off the worry. Drop in your anchor thought, remind yourself that you're excited, close your eyes, think about that bouncy road and how every single bounce gets you one step closer to getting to your destination.
Hi! I missed you. I missed you, buddy. Yes, I'm happy to be home. Thanks for being awake and greeting me.